New tonight, psychedelic mushrooms have shown promise in treating ailments from PTSD to chronic pain.
12 News journalist Bram Resnick tells us Arizona lawmakers took their first step today towards allowing clinical tests of mushrooms, which are illegal under federal law.
Robert Steele was taking more than 300 pills a month after his service in Iraq.
It's time that we have an alternative for treatment, just another option.
For Steele, the alternative was traveling out of state for treatment with psychedelic mushrooms. Steele's daughter Alyssa noticed the difference.
I could completely tell he was just a different person and just not so angry, and it's just so beautiful to see my dad be able to find peace again.
The Steeles joined military veterans, first responders, and state lawmakers promoting the limited use of mushrooms. Here's what the Republican-sponsored bill would do. By 2026, the state would allow clinical trials on psychedelic mushrooms. Only federally licensed mushrooms could be used to treat 7 specific disorders. The State Department of Health Services would license the clinics.
This will have been vetted before it ever even reaches the governor's desk.
Republican Senator T.J. Shope of Coolidge, the bill's sponsor, said that kind of vetting didn't happen before Arizona voters legalized marijuana.
Psilocybin mushrooms are definitely not to be played with. There's a lot of cautionary tales.
Dr. Sue Sisley is preparing for clinical trials of psychedelic mushrooms, also known as psilocybin mushrooms.
That's where the research comes in, to be able to finally document in a methodical way what potential harms can occur.
Sisley says she has, quote, piles of emails from people who want to be part of a clinical trial.
There's so much suffering in our community, and we don't have a really good handle on how to treat these folks.
And a Senate committee approved the mushroom bill this afternoon on a unanimous vote. It now goes to the full Senate. Mark Kariba.
You know, it's wild considering how conservative Arizona is as a state. So how is the legislature going to handle the mushroom situation compared to the way it handled the medical marijuana and then the legal recreational marijuana?
Well, states nationwide are experimenting with mushrooms, and as you heard, Sue Sisley warned us, mushrooms are not to be trifled with. There's one big difference. Mushrooms are mind-bending drugs. Marijuana isn't. Marijuana in 2010 was largely left up to voters to decide what they thought about marijuana. Competing sides weighed in with their studies and how things went in other states. We saw the same thing in 2020 when marijuana was legalized completely. Initially it was medicinal marijuana, then legalized completely. Clearly, they're taking a very different tack on mushrooms. Mushrooms are a very different drug. This should go more slowly, but right now you see a structure being put in place that could allow it to expand over time.
Who'd have ever thunk it?
I don't know, but again, this is happening all across the country. Yeah. Oregon legalized.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
All right, Bram. Thank you.
Sure thing.